This right here is my main city, and right up the hill is my main village. Now, just a few days ago, there was literally nothing here, and now there's a little bit, but as you walk through it, it still feels a little bit empty. And for that reason, today I'll be turning this incomplete plot of land into a massive city with a skyscraper and so much more. And hopefully, this will make it look a little bit better when I look down on it from above. But anyway, if this all sounds interesting, stay tuned because the city project is coming to life, and it's looking so good. You're not going to want to miss any of it, but let's go ahead and just jump in. And here we go. Like I said in the intro, you can see it behind us here, but the city definitely looks a little bit flat. I mean, obviously we made a few buildings, which you can see over here on the side, but there's a lot of empty land here, starting with what's right behind us. And right here on the corner of the street, I'm thinking we could probably build something tall. And we're going to do a skyscraper in this video, but I don't want to do that yet. I believe what I'm going to build first is going to be a clock tower. And there we go. It's looking huge so far. So let me go back up the hill and see what it looks like. And actually, it's nice, but I think that's way too big. We're getting rid of it. Okay, now let's try that again, but we're going to make it a little skinnier this time. And already I know this is looking better. So let's continue this up and build a nice little face for this clock tower. And I'm trying to make sure everything's symmetrical, so bear with me during this part. And essentially what we're doing is we're going to pop the clock tower out of this little extension here. And there we go. Let's step down and take a look. And yeah, basically the clock is going to protrude out of this part here. So let's start building that. And we built ourselves into a room, so let's flint knock out of here and take one look at this. And okay, it's looking good, but I think it needs to be a little bit of a bigger face. So I'm going to build it up a few more layers. Okay, so let's take a look at the face, and this should be good. Yep, I like the way that looks. But it still looks a little bit basic, and obviously we need to design it a bit more, so let's do that next. Okay, here we go. So for design on this thing, as you can see, it looks pretty good. And I'm trying to keep things pretty classic here, so not a whole lot of flashy design, but it is going to make for a nice clock face. And I think I should probably build that next, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with this part. Wish me luck, because I'm going to be experimenting here for a minute, and I'll catch up with you guys when I have some sort of design. But here goes nothing. And as we're putting together the final touches on this clock, you can see on the face, we're using some sideways seats, which make it look like the numbers on the clock. And I did see this exact same technique on Reddit, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. Shout out to Nufo7441. Without him, I don't know what my clock would have looked like, but yeah, it's looking good so far. Let's go ahead and finish it up. Okay, and after more time than I care to admit, we now have a clock face on the clock tower. So the design I went with this is actually pretty interesting. I put some fences on, and then I went ahead and did a directional building technique to put a floor down, followed by a few seats, and then what's in the middle here is actually a frying pan, and I believe like a salt shaker. I don't know, I think it kind of looks like two hands on the clock, and it's a little fun Easter egg, so I'm gonna keep that there. And honestly, so far so good. I think the clock tower is looking pretty nice, but it basically ends at the clock itself, and I need to build it up just a little bit more. Before that though, I gotta come back over here and check out how the view is looking. And yo, okay, that looks a lot better than it did before. Just adding some height to that city was definitely the move, and honestly, I like it so far, but let's finish it off with a nice little roof on top. And it's not even going to be anything too crazy, so just give me a second here. And here we go. So this is what it's looking like. It does finally have an entire roof on it, and there's some lights illuminating off of the ceiling, which I really like. But overall, it is towering above the rest of the city, and it's only an invite to make more tall buildings. So next, we're gonna do just that. Against this little mountain that I'm staring at, we have this entire area right here. So I believe I can build some sort of condo building right into the mountain. It'll probably span up like 3 or 4 stories as well. I'm not too sure yet. Like always, I usually don't come in with blueprints. I just kind of build to my heart's content, and so far, that's exactly what we've done. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of the clock tower. I definitely think it's gonna make this city feel a little bit more alive. I still gotta go in and add a lot of lights and decor around this entire place, but eventually with that, I'll also probably build a staircase going up so we can maybe get to that top part. But like I said, work in progress, so you gotta hold on. But anyway, we're gonna take a detour before I go on to my next building to go on a little adventure. Because a little over a month ago, I had one of my good friends, Haskins, join my world, and he actually built and delivered me a sign, a church, and a Jeep. And yeah, you heard me right, Jeep. If you guys watch my videos, you'll know that I haven't had a Jeep in this world in a very long time. And honestly, it might still be back at my old base, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's exactly what we're going to go check on right now. Luckily, we have a battle bus station right here. So where is my old village? I think it's... think it's this. And on one hand, I do hope the Jeep is here, but if I pin my actual base on the map, it is over 5,000 meters away. But we still obviously have to look for it. So let's fly around a bit and see if it's here. And it looks like it's not, but it could be over at the church, which is just over this hill. So let's go this way and let's see if it is over by the church. Oh my goodness. It's been a minute since I've been here. I'm so sorry, Haskins, if you're watching this. He built me this nice church and then I just moved away. But honestly, it's so beautiful. I mean, look at the design of this thing. Holy cow. It is just so pretty in here. He absolutely cooked, and he also cooked on the Jeep. There's Durburger. Don't really need him right now. We are looking for a Jeep, and where in the world is it? Dude, what? Could this be it? Dude, where could this Jeep be? Anyway, I'm gonna keep looking, but while I'm here, shout out to Haskins once again, because he wrote code Kaz on the sign. And I don't shout out my code much, but if you guys are buying anything in the Lego Fortnite item shop, code Kaz really helps me out. Anyway, I'm looking in one more spot for this Jeep, and if I can't find it there, I will just be taking the L and going on my way. And we're pulling up on the map marker. Nope, this is not a Jeep. It is a bus station. I don't know why this is here. And also, there's another bus station over there, which is convenient. And flying back to this place at night, man, isn't it gorgeous? Just kidding. It wasn't rendering in and now it is, but hey, it actually is pretty gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, the next thing we're gonna add in the city is probably gonna be our little condo building over here. The residents of this Lego city need a place to live. And if we're turning this into our dream city, it needs some nice accommodations. So let's get a night's sleep and let's continue on this build. And we built the first 2 floors of this building. And as you can see, it's a really unique shape. And I'm excited to do the rest of this building. So I'm going to get into it. But I wanted to show you guys first. So with these angled walls, it's going to make a really cool divide. Because what I'm going to build right here is a little balcony section. And then the rest of the building will be a square. But let me just get started on it. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Okay, and we built the whole bottom section and it's looking really nice so far. Honestly, this little balcony is gonna make it look very luxurious, but we have to make the actual skyscraper part now, which is not gonna be too hard, but I have some ideas in mind for how I'm gonna kind of detail the wall. I'll show you guys that when it's done, but let me go ahead and just build that right now. So as you can see right now, there's obviously no tower, and now there is. We made ourselves a nice little skyscraper building here. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I'm personally in love with it. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do considering it's empty, but this will probably be the lobby area, and then we'll do a bunch of actual floors up inside of it. But obviously we keep coming back over here to our actual village because we need to see what it looks like from afar. You know, we do a ton of work up here, obviously. So looking down at the city, you can see that it's starting to come together, but I still think there's one more thing we need to connect to the skyscraper in order for the city to feel a little bit more filled out. I mean, we've already built 2 amazing creations here, both the clock tower and the tower building. But next, we need to do some directional building real quick. So hopefully I can get that done because I'm going to build a bridge that connects from right here where I'm standing to the side of the building. So you can actually access it from the middle level. You know, with the city build, we're going to continue it up on this hill as well. So this is going to be the first real build that connects that part. But bear with me here because I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. But essentially what I'm going for here is I'm trying to put down a dynamic foundation. And then we're going to try our best to angle it properly so that it looks directly at the building. And okay, we're going to need to do a little bit more than that. But let's try this again. We're going to push the dynamic foundation. And this time we should be looking right at the building. It needs to be perfectly in line. And I feel like that might work. Let's actually just try it out real quick. So now we have to look against this and snap it out. And now we have the angle. Okay, perfect. Let's just build out like this and see how it connects to the building itself. Okay, this is going to be a close call. And you know what? That's not that bad. What we learned from that one is that it's a little too far off on the right. So this time we'll adjust for that. So this time around, we're going to snap it out just a little bit. And now it should be good to go. We're building with a foundation because this is actually going to be the bridge that we use. And yep, just like that. We can poke it into the building now if I break some walls. And for now, since I haven't built the floors, I'm just going to keep it like this. But this is going to be the connection to the building itself. As you can see here, we'll be able to enter from a higher floor, which is absolutely amazing. I'll fix this wall a little bit later. But for now, let's secure this one to the mountain itself by breaking this. Snapping one more piece in right here and then breaking these 2. And bang, we've got ourselves a bridge. Now, obviously with any bridge, it can't just be a single piece of cement. So obviously we're giving it some design here. And this looks pretty good so far. And for now, we just finished this part off with some pillars under it. And just as simple as that, we've increased the city even more with a really cool looking bridge. It's only the start of the design. And I'm already looking at this and wanting to change something. Okay, that should be a bit better. Yep, I like that. And really quickly, I'm going to give it a little bit of a design on the top. Okay, and now I think the bridge is looking a whole lot better. Obviously up there, it's still missing lights and a lot of decor, but for now, it's pretty solid. And one last time, taking a jump up here and looking over at the city. And yes, that bridge does it a lot of justice. It really makes the area feel a bit more tall. And then obviously adding stuff onto this mountain is going to do a whole lot as well. Let me know what you guys think of the city project so far, though. We're only just getting started. And honestly, in the next video, you got to let me know if I should actually move my village square from up on top of the hill with all of these friends here and try to migrate them into the city so that we have a lively city with a bunch of villager friends. I'm still deciding on that. So yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts there. But on screen now, you're seeing my Battle Royale video that I just uploaded on my brand new channel. If you want to take a look at that, would definitely recommend heading over there and subscribing because there's going to be a lot more Fortnite Battle Royale content. But other than that, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this one, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.